This is Few Minute Excel, episode number 1. Today we're going to be talking about defining a list with a name, something that you can use in functions that will help you basically to shorten out your selection time. So for example, in a VLOOKUP, if you wanted to find an array that included all of the items here, you would have to go through, and one of the options that you potentially would have to do is select them all. And in this case, it's fairly short, but if you have 3,000 or 4,000 items in each row, it can take quite a bit of time, and we want to avoid that. So one of the ways that we can do that is by defining names to our lists, our arrays, whatever you want to call them, basically our columns that we're going to use in later functions. So for example here, let's take our locker numbers, and what we're going to look at is selecting all of them. So one of the ways that we can do that is we can highlight them all using our mouse. We can go down all the way down. There's 70 of them. So we can select them here. That's one option. A faster option is to actually use Control, Shift, and the down key, and it will move all the way down to the bottom of this list, which is basically where the space is. So in this case, I know it's 70. I know it's right. I don't have to check it. All right. So we'll go ahead and select that, and let's go ahead and start by going into the Formulas tab, as you see here, and we'll click right in the middle. This is 2010, so right in the middle, Define Name. It will use absolute references, as you see here. It refers to the sheet 2, and basically has our entire list encapsulated there. It will give you a default name, and we want to change that because we're going to be using this later, so we want something that we'll be able to remember. So using the KISS method, we'll go with locker number. All right, when we click OK, you can see up in the upper left-hand corner here, this is locker number. When I select one cell, it tells me this is cell B2. When I select the entire list, there we are. Our list is locker number. Now let's say we decide that that is an absolutely terrible name. We don't really like that. What we can do is we can go again in the Formulas tab. We can go to the Name Manager. When we click on that, it will give me a list of the lists that I have created already. In this case, it's just the one. And we can go ahead and just get rid of that. We can either edit it out by changing the name, or we can just get rid of it entirely, which we'll do in this case. When we click Close, as you can see, we're back to no list. All right, and I did that for a reason, and the main was this. There's a faster way to do it. So we can select our entire list here. We know this is our whole list. So we can say locker number, just type it in the upper left-hand corner. When you hit enter, it'll basically make a list for you. So now this is a named list, and there you are. Now you can do this with multiple columns as well. So let's select the two, Control Shift and down, we'll pick them all, and let's go with student ID and cost. Now we have a list for student ID and cost, and we can use that in future formulas during the entry process by clicking the F5 key while we're actually entering the formula, and you'll be able to see that in future episodes. So there you are. We appreciate the time, and hopefully we'll see you at our next video. Thanks.